Hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. I've been getting a lot more creative in the kitchen over the last month. I go through these spells sometime, and yeah, just feeling more creative. I've come up with several recipes, and yesterday I wanted to make kind of like a little treat. So I got playing around in the kitchen a little bit with a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Liked how it came out, so I thought I'd share it with you today. So just like the title says, this is a recipe for a delicious raw vegan treat. And without any further ado, we'll get right to it. Now, I am using my food processor. This is a $35 food processor from Black & Decker. I can't give you any more information than that. It's the cheapest one they got. People always, well, what's the model number? What's this? What's that? It's got 4 settings on it. It's got off, low, high, and pulse. So basically, the moral of the story when I'm talking about this stuff is any food processor will do. So there we go. All right, now the first batch of ingredients I'm going to use here is I've got a cup of walnuts. This is a cup of rolled oats. I've got a 1/4 cup of cacao. And I got a little pinch of salt. I know this looks like this is actually a 1/2 teaspoon thing, but it's just got like a little pinch in there. I just wanted to have it ready. Now, I'm going to put the top on and I'm going to pulse this. And I'll be right back to you. I'm going to pulse it into kind of a fine substance, but I'll be right back in just a second and show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, now I've got that ground up real fine, but it's still got texture to it. You don't want to, like, if you like with nuts, if you blended it long enough, it'd start turning into like a butter, but it's got like, it's nice and powdery there. Now next, I'm going to add a cup of dates. Now they're kind of sticky, so I'm just going to take them out instead of pouring them in. Just put them around in there, or they'll all stick together in one spot. We just mix those in there like that. Now, I got to be careful with my hand. I'm going to add a teaspoon, a couple of drops got away from me, a teaspoon of mint extract. Going for a chocolate mint flavor. And I'm adding 2 tablespoons of water to get this to hold together. Now, we might add more water, we might not, but as I always say, it's always easier to add water. You can't take it out. So we're going to blend this for a little bit, process it into kind of like a batter almost, and then I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, now when you add that second batch of ingredients in there, expect for it to take a good bit longer when you're processing it than when you were just doing the dry goods. Also, too, like I said, you can always add more. I ended up adding 2 more tablespoons of water. So in that dense mix, I ended up having a total of 4 tablespoons of water. And it came out into this big goo ball. Now, the next part is I just pull off chunks of it, roll it into a nice little ball there. And some of them I leave just like that. They are good just like that. But I've also got a little bit of unsweetened shredded coconut here that I do some of them in, and I just put it in a little thing like this. I roll them around, get it nice and full of coconut. Sometimes the coconut doesn't want to stick as well as I would like it. And then I'm going to put it on a little flat kind of baking tray with parchment paper on it. I'm going to make them all. I'm going to put them on there. And you don't need to see me make them all, so I won't make a whole bunch of them, but I will make one more. I try to keep them, I don't know, maybe it's a little bit of something, I don't know, in me. I like them to be as uniform as possible, so I'm always trying to get them to be the same size, each one to be the same size, but that's not all that important. Just kind of roll them around right there to kind of try to smooth out there'll be little cracks in there. And then, like I say, I'll probably do a little bit more of half in the coconut, but I'm going to do a fair amount just in little plain balls like that. And this will probably, I don't know, it yielded about, I think I got about 12 out of them yesterday. But like I say, once again, that just depends on the size of the balls that you're making. And listen, I know there's a lot of ingredients. This isn't like the purpose here isn't the same purpose when I'm having a green smoothie or eating a salad. But I also don't get crazy with these things either. I had some with my ice cream this morning. And I've made similar things before, but I'm not having more than 3 of these at a time. And a lot of times I'll just have a couple of them, like with some ice cream or something like that. Now, that's just kind of like a base for them. I like mint. I love mint chocolate. That's a nice little combination, but you can think of different flavors, and I will be doing that, especially as we get closer to fall. We'll start seeing more pecans. I might do the base with pecans, although when you're using the nuts for a base, I don't know if the individual nut changes the flavor all that much, but I definitely want to play around with some of that. Pumpkin pie spice, that time of year is coming. Some spice balls will be good. What else? Maybe even dabble around and play with some carrot cake balls. But anyhow, try these. They're super simple. All you need is a food processor. If you don't have one, just go out. I mean, I've got other machines. I've got a Vitamix, but it's $30. So I just kind of keep that around. But also too, if you've watched any of my videos, and I'll finish with this, I find this $30 machine much more is my favorite of doing ice cream than say $300, $400, $500 Vitamix. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you here tomorrow or the next day. Peace.